You're put in situations in life where you don't know what's going to happen. You come up to a challenge that you don't know if you can overcome. You're faced with a feat that you don't think you can accomplish it. The sport of gymnastics is that daily. It's that every turn you take, it's every meet, it's every opportunity to be faced with adversity, fail, and then get up and try it again.
And then I started competing at 5 just because I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Well, gymnastics, it's not really a sport, it's more of a lifestyle. We train over 20 hours a week. We're always with the guys on the team. I don't know, it becomes more than just, it's not a hobby, it's my passion.
So it's been 18 years of my life. I don't even remember not doing gymnastics. I've learned to love the sport, and I honestly could not picture myself not doing the sport. And here I am now at Temple, and my dream has to do college gymnastics, no matter where it was. And I'm here now, and I'm accomplishing that dream, and I hope it continues to last.
Well, gymnastics to me is a lifestyle outside of it just being a regular sport. I started when I was about 6 years old, and from then on, I've just trained I've trained very hard to get here, and I've always had a natural talent for gymnastics. I tried a lot of various other sports, but gymnastics to me stuck out the most because it was challenging. It required a little bit more focus and concentration for me personally, and I just love the sport.
What is the most challenging thing about gymnastics for you?
I'd say the consistency of it. It's hard for me to consistently keep getting better, which is something I feel like it's really easy to stay the same, really easy to keep the same routines throughout the years, but the hardest challenge is improving each day you come into the gym.
Hardest thing is overcoming fear for me personally. I've always kind of struggled with the mental toughness aspect in gymnastics, so a lot of the times I would psych myself out when, physically, and I was capable of doing a lot more than I thought I could because I was just a big chicken.
So what's hard about gymnastics?
What isn't hard about gymnastics? Really, there's so many challenges. On your body, mentally, physically, mentally, both.
Well, I guess gymnastics since I was 5 has been, everything to me.
The hardest thing? Well, I think it's the mental aspect, honestly. It's telling yourself that you can do something even when you're so scared, even when you feel that your body cannot possibly perform a certain way.
What's your fondest gymnastics memory?
Being back-to-back ECAC champions, coming in my freshman and sophomore year, and then definitely ECAC's freshman year when we set the school record for highest team score.
It's just became a part of my daily life, so I honestly don't even know what I'd do if I weren't a gymnast, so. Honestly, because of Fred. So I knew with him I'd be coming to a place where people were going to take care of me, and that's what I found. So.
Awesome. The real influence was definitely the team members. When you came and you hung out with them just for a little bit, they have the same spirit and energy that our current team has, and all the teams of the past have had. It is a family, and you can talk on it over and over again. And it starts to sound cliche, but it is literally a family. I haven't been a part of many other places. I'm sure these things exist elsewhere. I think it just is love and good people, but it exists and is alive and well in Temple Gymnastics.
Well, I've wanted to be on Temple's gymnastics team for a really long time, and originally after I got cut last year, I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I had to totally reconsider why I was at the school and what the school meant to me. But I decided that it wasn't worth giving up, and it's something that I really wanted to do. So I worked as hard as I could last year, and didn't give up and made the squad this year.
So many reasons. I think it, for me, was just the perfect fit, both academically, on the gym team, too. It was a community that really felt proud to associate myself with. Really, there's pride.
There's two big reasons why I came here. One of the reasons was gymnastics. You know, gymnastics is very limited to begin with. In the country, there's only 17 schools in the entire nation with gymnastics, with men's gymnastics. And the other factor was my major. Temple was very known for my major. My major is sport and recreation management.
Well, out of high school, I chose not to do gymnastics. I didn't think I was good enough to do college gymnastics. And after a couple months of just doing school, I realized I kind of wanted it back in my life. And because there are so few programs, and I'm from the Philadelphia area, and I could get the in-state tuition, I chose Temple because it was close to home and financially the best choice.
Why I came to Temple? As I was doing my search, I was kind of looking around. I went on collegegymnastics.org, and that, the list of 17 schools, that's where I want to get into one of those programs. As I'm watching some of the meets and stuff, I saw Pat, you were there, and I love the fact that you were out on the floor. You weren't crossing your arms, sitting back, and it was like, it looked like an exciting program to be a part of. And then when I came to visit, everyone was welcoming, friendly. Everyone came over, introduced themselves. It was awesome.
What it really has done to me is what Temple does as a culture to everyone that goes to Temple. We are somewhat the underdog story. I don't like how cliche that sounds either, but we are the people that don't expect to be given much and expect to work as hard as we can with the abilities we've been given, and we fight for things. So Temple has shown me that people with that mentality and the type of culture that Temple exudes will thrive, and will end up in places where they're following their passion. They're persevering even through adversity. One of the biggest things Temple always touches on is their diversity, and it is absolutely true. We are a very diverse university, and I think that's something that Temple's done for me. I think that there's many places in our country where you can go to school and you don't get that diversity, you don't get that picture of what real life is. You don't get to see the inner city living. You don't get to see international students from all over. You don't get to deal with all these. You have these kind of people all around you that are so different than you, and it helps you grow to become a better person that has a better understanding, a better logic towards the world you're going to live in whatever career you choose. That Temple has done that for me.
You're giving me a family, part of this team, and it's more than a team, it's brothers.
For me, I really grew up at Temple. At a very young age, growing up the whole way. It's really who I am. It's really my identity. It's who I am as an individual.
Being here, I've learned a lot about myself, honestly.
Since I've been here at Temple, I'm a freshman, so obviously I haven't had that much time. But I've definitely learned that dreams can come true. I mean, making this squad was a huge deal for me, and that I've seen myself progress and get stronger and learn new skills. And I mean, all this stuff, it just shows that, if you really try, things can happen.
It's a difficult thing to even explain how much of an impact it's made on my life. I think there was a moment where I realized just how special what Temple and Temple Gymnastics was for my life, and it was my freshman year. So after our first home meet, I had a large amount of family there and support, and I remember going up after the meet and talking to her and just being excited, and she was very excited for me and proud of what I was doing and where I had ended up in my gymnastics. And I think it's probably because she thought I was reaching my potential. A few seconds after that, I don't remember this at all, but she said it. That when I was very young, just starting gymnastics, I had been at a regional meet at Temple, and I had told her back then that this is where I'm going to be. I want to go to Temple. I want to do gymnastics at Temple. And I mean, for those listening out there, that probably doesn't strike you as too rare. But for me at that point in time, something hit me and it made me feel like I was at home. And like I was in the right place at the right time. And that we had reached a part where, you know, life is tough. You're always wondering if you're doing the right things. You're set up where you have to go through struggles, you have to go through tribulations, and often you feel lost. Sometimes you don't know if you're on the right track. And it's those moments in life where everything just kind of culminates together, and you see a sign that you're where you're supposed to be. Temple is where I was supposed to be. I've had 4 experiences similar to that since then. They no longer surprise me. Temple provides that for every member of the men's gymnastics team.
Temple as a whole has been genuinely an incredible experience. It's a totally different environment from what I'm used to. I came from a small town and here I am in this big city.
Temple, it's benefited all aspects of my life. I've grown socially, I've grown intellectually, physically. You know, I've gotten stronger in all aspects.
Very good.
I learned that, you know, you always need to work as a team. It's never really about yourself. I learned that, you know, never give up to the end. You might start off something bad in life, or you might start off a competition bad, but it's never over until it's actually over.
From my first year of college, I wasn't really interested in much, and I didn't really get good grades. Then when I came to Temple and joined this team and started working at it, and something kind of that grounded me, I became more focused, more determined in my schoolwork and in gymnastics, and it's helped me pull through college. I don't know if I would have made it through college if I wasn't on a team like this.
So Temple gave you the team?
It did.
Save Temple Gymnastics. Save Temple Gymnastics.
Save Temple Gymnastics.
Save Temple Gymnastics.
Save Temple Gymnastics.
Save Temple Gymnastics.
Save Temple Gymnastics.
Save Temple Gymnastics.